The easiest way to understand investing in real estate is with analogies. Ron from Ronald, Rohde Law, and we're a commercial real estate law firm. In this video, we're going to give you the easiest explanation of how to understand investing in real estate. Now, a little bit of my side hobbies are racing on the track, and I've progressed from autocross, which is basically parking lot racing. You're going around cones, but it's all flat and it's one person on the racetrack at a time. And now I've progressed to HPDE, or on-track driving, which is essentially real F1 tracks. You've got road courses, but cars are moving at a much faster rate. You have multiple cars on track, you have passing, and that in essence is the best explanation, because there are plenty of ways to make money even doing the smaller stuff. And I think that investing in single-family residential is a lot like autocross. It's safe, it's easy to understand, the capital is plentiful, the investment is minimal to get started, but the returns are also limited. Yes, you can scale. Yes, you could buy 80,000 homes like Invitation and private equity, but it requires a big infrastructure in order to be able to run multiple hundreds or thousands of cars in autocross and pick up points that way. Now, the flip side is doing commercial real estate, which is like bringing your car on the track. When you're on the racetrack, the stakes are higher, but the returns, in my opinion, are a lot better. So again, for example, every single lap that you run is like every month that you complete and you're collecting rent. It's $200, pass go, get paid. But on the track, there's a lot more that you have to be cognizant of. There's a lot higher stakes, and if you have a mistake, it could potentially be fatal. You could lose a wheel and you could go through a corner and end up in the wall, crash into trees, all sorts of things, including other car-to-car contact. You could be braking and your brakes could fail. So all of these issues could happen in autocross as well, but the stakes are much lower because you're in a parking lot. There are no fixed barriers. There are no other cars around you. So in autocross, like single-family residential, if you hit the brakes and nothing happens, you will just go straight through the corner, maybe hit some rubber plastic cones, and that's it. The drama is over. Whereas on the track, when your speeds are double or maybe triple what they are in autocross, you're going to have a lot more consequences due to those same actions. So what this means for you as an investor is, again, deciding who do you want to be? What are your goals? Because setting up and building a car or an investment, or to be an investor for commercial real estate, means setting up a car that can run multiple laps almost on autopilot. And so once you set everything up, you're able to put a lot of tank in the gas, which is like investment capital, into one property, which is like one car, and that big car is able to generate a lot of laps just on autopilot, handling everything that you throw at it. I think that on average, your track cars, your commercial real estate investments are going to be more stable. They're going to be able to weather types of variables that don't need constant attention, like SFR or the autocross. So again, as another perfect example, an autocross typically is maybe between 30 to a minute and 30 long in terms of one lap. On the racetrack, your lap times probably start at a minute and a half and they can go up to 7 minutes. The point is, they are completely different. Neither one is right or wrong. They still have the same fundamentals, right? You're still getting out there, you're in control of the wheel, you have the gas, you have brake, you have steering input. Those fundamentals are all the same. You're still braking, you're still turning the car in, and you're still navigating these challenges in order to collect a reward. Every time you pass go, you get a certain amount of rent payments. But this way of thinking about it, to me, is really how you as an investor can decide, where do I want to go? What are the steps that I need to get done before I step out onto the track? For autocross, you don't really need to do a ton of prep. Maybe you need to clean out your inside of your car, you can check your tire pressures, but generally any car that's street driven can show up, go onto the track and drive an autocross event. There's really not a lot of standards or safety checks. However, if you're going to take a car onto the racetrack, there are some steps that you want to do at a minimum level. You want to check your battery tie downs. You want to check your tire pressures. You want to make sure you have sufficient fuel in your tank. So these types of checklists are a little bit more in depth, and there's a minimum. I still am a big advocate. You've got to get out on the track. You've got to experience what it's like owning a property, managing tenants. And all of these things become added to your stress and anxiety, in addition to finding the right car to take you on your journey, right? Finding the right property that you want to do your checklist and become an investor and start doing these things. That's it for this video. I hope the analogy works, because for my mind, it works really well. And I think if you're a gearhead, you can understand the differences between autocross, between track driving, and they are perfectly good. There are plenty of people that make tons of money in SFR, and it's safe, and they know it, and they get good at it. And then there are people that want to step into commercial real estate. And so there is no wrong answer, but you need to understand what the risks are and what you should do to prepare yourself before stepping onto that track. So I hope that explanation was useful. I hope you enjoyed the pictures. I always love a good race car video. So smash that like button, subscribe for more commercial real estate content, and we'll see you next time.